Okay, back for another episode review of Loki, Series 2, Episode 2. The title of this episode is called Breaking Brad. This episode aired almost 2 weeks ago. Never got a chance to review this episode at that time, so I'm going to review it anyway. Episode 3 was aired last week, so I'm going to review Episode 3 on Thursday, day before Episode 4 aired on Disney+. It's this Friday, by the way. So yeah, Breaking Brad. That's the name of episode 2 of the second series of Loki. And I think this was a good episode. This episode lasted about 50 plus minutes. I think it was about 50, 51, 52. I'm not 100% sure. I checked that episode 3 of this series is 53 minutes long. That's like I said, that's next time. But like I said, I kind of like this episode. People will, not all, but some people, like they'll probably say, "Oh, this episode's shit. This episode's boring." If this episode is boring and bad because it's like almost an hour, I don't know what are you smoking? I think this was good. Anyway, so it introduced a new character of this series. We got Brad Wolf. That was it, aka X5. I kind of like the character Brad Wolf. He starts out as I thought he's a director or producer. No, he's not a producer. I think he's a director of the film Zaniac, it's called. I don't know if that's an actual movie at the time or it's just it's for the show. But I kind of like the character. I don't know who is the actor playing Brad Wolf. I want to see more of him because we're on 3. 4 is this Friday. Like I said, I haven't seen 3 yet. But he was interrogating towards Loki and Mobius, towards Loki, kind of they're in this interrogation scene. Not interrogation scene. The interrogation room. It's orange. He really said towards Loki, "You do some bad things. You're a loser." Loki kind of confronts him. He's kind of not keep. He kind of he let go of his cool, trying to keep cool, but he's not. He's never pinning against the wall. He's just kind of confronting him. You're always a loser. Blah blah blah. He didn't really say blah blah blah, but anyway. But towards Mobius saying that's not a real name. I'm speculating that maybe we're gonna get seen more of this. Who is Mobius's real identity? He kind of confronting that's not your real name. You took away from your real life, blah blah blah. You need to wake up. Confronting Mobius. Anyway, so in this scene, in the picture, you see in your screens, whether you're watching this video on the computer or the laptop, seeing Mobius and Loki in this room eating key lime pie. A slice of key lime pie. Loki says, he brings up the battle in New York, about not having a good relationship with his father and his brother, and he brings up the battle of New York. Didn't name drop the Chitauri. It's the alien army that invaded New York. You said here you gotta let out your coolness. Loki said to Mobius, would you ever go back to that life? Reverting to, Mobius' original life before he was part of the TVA. Mobius says, I'm kind of the TVA is the only way, it's the only life he knows. I'm convinced that, in the future episodes of the series, you can tell second series is a continuation of series 1 of the fake TVA. I think, going back to, before I get to the rest of the episode, I'm trying to get more of the, even though I didn't really speak more of my previous episode reviews of Loki, whether it's series one, and so far in the previous episode of episode one of the second series of the show. I'm gonna say it right now, but anyway, so like I'm glad they continue onto this whole TVA stuff. Maybe the fake TVA story hasn't really finished yet. I think they are continue to wrap up into the second series, and maybe I don't know. I think they'll probably do a third series of the show and focus on a new story. We don't know, but anyway, so I'm convinced. I'm truly convinced that I think Mobius will get find out who he really is. Maybe they could do one scene like he was somebody before he was Mobius. Wipe his mind clean, and now he's like part of the TVA. Anyway, it'd be really good for Mobius riding towards the sunsets. Riding on his jet skis. That'll be good. We never got a chance to see Mobius on jet skis. That'll be cool. Anyway, but yeah. Like, and also in one scene, like, reveal that Miss Minutes is working with Renslayer, and Renslayer, there's not Mobius, Loki bring up the tape recorder conversation between Renslayer. I think that could be Kang, because I don't think Kang is gonna be. It's very like with series one of the show. The main villain has to be Ramona Renslayer. Kang. No, because Kang is more like, because series one is just the introduction of Kang, and then all of a sudden he's in the third Ant-Man film. But I think he's going to once again make a cameo appearance, and then I think this series is going to be once again Renslayer. I don't think they're going to kill her off. I think keep her was the right thing, because it's a typical superhero thing, like having a villain who's so well developed, they had more time to flesh out the character, and then all of a sudden, nope, let's kill that character off, and not really save that character for a future project. I think with Renslayer, they kept her, sorry. Anyway, so here's one thing. There's one funny line. You can tell, that's just me. It's funny, like, you had KZ and OB kind of collab, or associate, like, tell about, like, bring, you say, like, oh, you're the one who wrote this, was it the TVA guidance book, you read this guidance book? Read it, I kind of memorize it, kind of, you kind of asking for an autograph. It's kind of fucking funny. You could tell, like, their focus. You could tell, like, you had some funny moments in Loki, but you could tell, like, so people think, you gotta have some funny moments in superhero stuff, whether it's TV shows and films. People bash superhero like TV shows and films because they don't. Yeah, they think, oh, they're not taking it seriously. No, you gotta have some funny moments, like Titans. When I do my Titan shows, Titan episode reviews, whether it's the first and second series of the show, they always introduce funny. They had funny lines and make it good, And by the way, I'm not reviewing series 3 this year. I'm probably doing next year. I think I was a bit burnt out. After reviewing the first two series of the show, even though 2 is about 13 episodes, man, it's a bit. It's you have to wait until next year. But anyway, let's get back to this episode review of Loki. Brad Wolf, aka X5. It's I think X5 is a character from Buzz Lightyear at Star Command. And I remember that was a show back in the 2000s. Patrick Warburton. I'm trying to get my word out. Patrick Warburton, voicing Buzz Lightyear. I've never seen that I've never seen that Chris Evans Lightyear film. I might review it one day, but anyway, so, you could they kind of flesh out the characters, like you could tell, like flesh out that character, his backstory used to be a hunter, X5 hunting down Sylvie, but instead he decided to, bail on the mission to become become a writer or director of the Zaniac films. I don't know if that's like I don't think maybe it's for the show or maybe it's an actual film, a forgettable film. There's some forgettable films in the past, whether it's from the 60s, whether it's 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, the noughties, and the 2010s. They're very forgettable. If it's not super forgettable, it's bad, but it's just not in people's minds. Anyway, but like, there's one scene is really good. Seeing Loki with the machine inside the interrogation room, interrogating Brad. He kind of turned like a story. It was first off, he kind of turned it. He kind of locked Mobius from the inside, trying to interrogate on his own. Yeah, they're kind of teasing like Loki would, seeing Mobius saying, "You're not the villain. You're not the villain. You're not the villain." Sometimes, I think Loki is just like basically in this episode is just bending the rules. Seeing like he thought he's gonna kill Brad at one point, but trying to he's just interrogating like he's working that machine. Suddenly, I think it was a stall, like, it's in that square, and suddenly it's small, and he did it on Brad. Brad was, he thought he was going to kill Brad in that box, if he found out if he don't know where's Sylvie. There's a character called C20, I'm guessing it's that Scottish woman, taking out, the sewer ties of the TVA after, Renslayer went AWOL. I figure that's her. I'm not too sure who she is. I'll get to more of that. And also got Sylvie. I'll get more about Sylvie later on. But I thought Loki would kill him. Saying like, I'm convinced. You're almost convinced. You're just an actor. I like the good acting work in these episodes of Loki and the actor who played Brad. Like I said, I want to see more of this Brad. Flesh more of the character. Like, there's one character I'm never going to see. It's the character from She-Hulk. I can't remember, man. But anyway, but I might bring it back. Bring back the character, the name of that character from She-Hulk. In a future episode. But anyway, can't remember who he is. It's been almost a year since I reviewed She-Hulk. Anyway, like I kind of like this bright character. He's interrogating. I think he's a good actor, man. His dialogue was on point. That's just me. Not everyone agrees what I'm saying. People have a entitled opinion, but said like she's living a new life. And the end of, you find out like they travel back into 1982 to a place in, what's it called, Broxton, Oklahoma it's called, and she's working out in a McDonald's. You could tell, for Sylvie at this point, you could tell Sylvie moved on. You could tell like kind of bling. They never bring up the scene with Loki, her, and Kang in the first the final episode of the first series of the show. But anyway, so you can tell like she doesn't really care about the TVA. I'm guessing with Sylvie, you can tell she's actually officially done. She just want to live her life. Ever since I think as a kid she never got a chance to live her own life. She was taken away by the TVA. And then I think it was episode 4 or 5 of the first series of the show. It's funny, like Renslayer was a hunter, and then also then like years later she became one of the suits of ties running the TVA, the fake TVA. I think all this time she was like hiding from the Minix-Men or the hunters of the TVA, and I think she realized she never got a chance to live her own life. She missed out a whole childhood and her teenage years and her young adult years because she was hiding from the Minix-Men of the TVA guys. She never got a chance. Never got a chance to go to school. Never got a chance to get a job. She's working at McDonald's. Anyway, so it's funny. Like in one scene, like she was it entranced Brad and find out like the TVA people, the Minutes people trying to like nuke or like prune the time branches. You know, I'll get to that shortly. So yeah, I think this episode or this series of the episode of this show that I think Loki and Sylvie. I don't know. I think I could see them having this is going to be a love interest between both Loki and Sylvie. You know, I could see they'll be on the right page because yeah, it's like with Loki, he's trying to. Yeah, I think she's trying to stop Sylvie killing Kang. You know, Kang doesn't. You know, I compare Kang to Fandel Savage. You know, that's my comparisons of Kang, Nathaniel Phillips, and Fandel Savage. I think they don't die. They live through different like eras of time. You know, live through what was it? The time space continuum. I need a drink, by the way. My throat's a bit dry, but anyway, I can see the comparison between both characters in both of the DC and Marvel universe. Yeah, like get back to the the TVA guys, you know, trying to like prune every time branches, you know. OB. I like the Ouroboros, aka OB. You know, I think this episode or this show or the second series of the show, you can tell like they are focused on more of producing new characters. You know, really good characters. I like the Bride Wolf character. I kind of like the OB character. You know, even though. You know, I thought it was Jackie Chan, but reality is not Jackie Chan. You know, it'd be cool to have Jackie Chan, you know, in the show. Man, it's been. I think it's been almost like 20 odd years since Owen Wilson and Jackie Chan, you know, collab. You know, the two films I kind of like is the Shanghai Moon films. You know, I kind of like Shanghai Moon. You know, they're kind of funny. You know, it's good to like have that. Even though they're playing two different characters, that'd be cool. Anyway, it's not Jackie Chan. But, anyway, so, yeah, Brad Wolf is a good character, you know. I don't know, but, yeah, seeing, like, I think, like, this, C20, this woman who's taking over from Renslayer, I don't know. I think she's gonna take, a back seat, you know. Like I said, I think the main villain of the second series, I don't think it's Kang. I think it'd still be Ramona Renslayer. Who I don't know, but anyway, yeah. You thought like Loki and Sylvie saved them, stopping the Tampads, stopping them like compete, accomplish, finish their mission, completing their mission. Yeah, I say accomplish, like finish, like completing and accomplish. It's the same thing, but they stopped like what they tend to do, and unfortunately, they actually done it anyway. So, like seeing like I think the orange lines represent the branches. When what was it, B-15 Hunter? Saying like everyone, these are living people. Yeah, you can tell that the TVI people like actually done it. It's really like that's a good cliffhanger. That's a good cliffhanger. Seeing like the lines are fading away, referring to the timelines. I'm guessing like the timelines are now erased or disappeared. It got me thinking. Like are there the previous lies of the like Mobius and B-15, their lies before they got kidnapped and brainwashed by the TVA? Are they is it disappeared completely? Are they the people that know them actually know them? They kind of, I don't know, they reset it, or I don't know if they think that erase maybe disappeared. I don't know, man. I don't know much of this concept of time traveling, even though this show is expanding and exploring the multi-universe of the MCU. That's the first show before No Way Out and What If. They are the first. No Way Out is a movie, by the way, but What If is just like exploring exploring the multi-universe of Marvel. Anyway, so it's got to be a big question mark. Like I said, no, I don't. I'm not saying like I said, but I didn't say like I haven't really seen episode 3 yet. I'll get more answers. I'm trying to, you know, I don't want people like giving out the plot for me. I want to watch it by myself. But anyway, you can tell this episode is focused more on storytelling. I don't find this episode to be boring, to be honest. I think it was really engaging. The pacing was good. It's not like, oh, it was boring. But no, I think it was, we got more, it's more storytelling. I think with, Secret Invasion and, I think with Miss Marvel, I think the storytelling was good, but the execution was a bit poor. Loki's was fine, of the second series. I'll get to my overall thoughts of the second series when I get to episode 4. We're kind of like halfway there. It's six episodes, like the first series of the show. Anyway, so yeah, you can tell like Sylvia, like knowing that her life, established in 1982, working at McDonald's might be disappeared, and it didn't. She's sitting really on the front of her van with Jack. It's kind of giving away the cliffhanger of the episode, but I don't know, man. It's got a lot of question marks to explain. Like I said, I'll get to episode 3 next time. So yeah, I think that's a lot to talk about. So far we haven't seen Miss Minutes yet. Tara Strong. She's a good voice actor. Or actress. She's a good voice actress, I can see, she's good. I like Miss Minutes, in this show. I like her in the first series of the show. I think it was Casey bring out that, she's working with Renslayer that, like in the first series, she's not really. I'm going to use wrestling terms, by the way. I don't really call her a heel or babyface. She's kind of what side she's going to be in. I think she was more in the TVA side. I don't know. She's kind of like a tweener, but I don't know, man. I feel like her being a heel that's a bit disappointing. I see her more like a babyface, But time to tell. But anyway, yeah, I think this was a good episode. People like going back to some. I'm gonna call it dumbass. Some person did like a video. Oh, this is the death of Marvel because of Secret Invasion show is bad. Yeah, it is fucking bad. But I don't say this was a bad. This is gonna be a bad of Marvel. This is gonna be the death of Marvel. No, I think Marvel will bounce back. Like saying like, oh yeah, the Miss Marvel, or not Miss, the Marvel, the next Miss Marvel film, the Captain Marvel, the second, the sequel to Captain Marvel 2, that's gonna flop, I don't know, I'll give it a chance, Yeah, I think Miss Marvel was shit, man. Not terrible, but it was a bit filler, bit dull, but I don't know, man. I'll give it a chance, Haven't seen the trailer yet. I think it's in November. So far, I think it's been 3 films of the MCU. I don't count Kraven the Hunter. That's done by Sony. But it's been Captain. We had Ant-Man and the Wasp 3. We got Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I saw that was a good movie. And then we got Miss Marvel in November. Some movies like delayed. That's another story for another time. But it's 3 films. I think like the last 2 films have been 4 or 5. Now we got like 3 of this year. So I don't think it's gonna. I don't see Marvel's dead yet. I think that's a bit like people go over the top. People take shit seriously. Yeah, it's just proving like not all Disney, Marvel, Marvel Disney Plus shows are going to be smash hits. We see that in Miss Marvel and She-Hulk and Secret Invasion. I think in my opinion, the most underrated show has to be Moon Knight. Moon Knight was good. I think Moon Knight was a good episode, a good show. I think this is gonna be the not best, but a good Disney Plus show since, even though it's the second series, I think this would be like like I got we got Agatha. What was it called? Coven or something? I can't remember the title of it. The Agatha Harkness show. That's in November. That's next month or December. I don't know, man. But I can't say this show is better than it's best since Moon Knight. But Moon Knight was good. Moon Knight was good. That's the last good show. And after that, I think the Marvel Disney Plus shows are starting to fall down the cliff a bit, But I don't think I'll still watch him. I'll still watch Agatha, Coven of what's it called? Cover of Darkness. I can't remember the title of it. I watched the second series of What If. I watched we'll see. We got the what's it called? Shit. Echo. I think I prefer they should have really done the second series of Hawkeye, but I'll watch that. I'll watch the Daredevil show because I'm still a Marvel fan, even though I don't really read all the comics, but I prefer watching like the movies and the TV shows on Disney Plus. But people went overboard. You can't really judge the book by its cover yet, just because you had 3 bad Disney Plus movies, Disney Plus shows. I don't think we're getting a bad Marvel film. We haven't got a bad Marvel film yet. I haven't seen, like I said, I haven't seen Shang-Chi yet. I haven't seen Eternals. I haven't seen the Doctor Strange, the multi-universe of madness, or the madness of the multiverse. Haven't seen most of the films yet, but like I said, I will review Phase 4 of the MCU films probably next month. I forgot to review it. I never got a chance to review it. I will go on to review it. Somehow, folks. Be patient. So, I'm kind of rambling on. Because the first 20 plus minutes of this video is just reviewing the second episode of the second series of Loki. Now I'm talking about the people going overboard about the MCU is crap, the MCU is shit. You're wrong, man. Superhero movies are still good. Not every superhero film is going to be a smash hit. It's just what it is, man. But I think that's it, man. I think there's nothing much to talk. There's not much to talk about with episode. It was a good episode, but not the best episode of the series yet. You have to wait. I think it's the first 2 episodes of the second series were good. It got me on board of the rest of the second series of the show. So anyway, folks, I'm going to wrap it up, folks. So I hope you enjoy. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash that button, click the like, click the bell, subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. Watch my previous Marvel Disney Plus shows like WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, the first series of Loki, What If, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, Secret Invasion, and now the second series of Loki. And subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. Be part of the Central Unit for more wrestling videos and more. The wrestling reviews, they'll be back, folks. I kind of give up reviewing the Treehouse of Horror episodes. I might bring it back in the future, but it really burnt me out a bit. I will review Simpsons. I like Simpsons as a kid, but that will be next. That will be in the foreseeable future. The wrestling, the wrestling show. I'm gonna review a classic wrestling show. I'm gonna review that'll be on Halloween. It'll be WCW, folks. The classic WWE pay-per-view reviews will be next month because we've got Survivor Series next month. So you have to wait until next month. We've got about 2 weeks until November. So I don't know what classic Survivor Series show I'm going to review. I might do a poll on it. So the first classic wrestling pay-per-view for the first time in months. I haven't reviewed it since since my Western tooth surgery. It'll be because this month marks the 25th anniversary of that show. That will be what I'm talking about. I'm gonna review WCW Halloween Havoc 1998. That will be next time, folks. That will be next on Halloween next week. So that's next week, folks. Until then, this is the Central Man officially signing out. Thanks for watching.